The NFL Draft is a chance for NFL teams to change the course of history. Each team has nailed some of those selections. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we take a look at every NFL team's greatest draft selection of all time. Arizona Cardinals, Larry Fitzgerald. The future Hall of Famer helped this team reach Super Bowl 43. He could easily finish top 5 all-time in receiving yards, receptions, and touchdown receptions. The third overall pick from 2004 is the best receiver of his generation. Atlanta Falcons' Deion Sanders. He didn't quite guide them to a Super Bowl, but prime time is the greatest cornerback to ever live. The 8-time Pro Bowler also won a pair of Super Bowls in his career, which started in Atlanta. Baltimore Ravens' Ray Lewis. Taken 26th overall in the 1996 draft, Lewis was one of the biggest game changers who revolutionized the linebacker position. The 2-time Defensive Player of the Year guided Baltimore to a pair of Super Bowl championships. Buffalo Bills' Andre Reed. The Bills' 4th-round selection in 1985 made it to 7 Pro Bowls. He helped Buffalo reach 4 straight Super Bowls in the 90s. His 951 receptions are 12th all-time in the NFL. Carolina Panthers' Cam Newton. The top pick from 2011 concerned many scouts who thought he could be a bust, while his 2015 NFL MVP award and appearance in Super Bowl 50 show that Super Cam was worth the gamble. Chicago Bears' Walter Payton. Peyton was taken 4th overall in the 1975 draft. He was the backbone of the Bears for years. The 9-time Pro Bowler led them to a Super Bowl 20 championship and finished with 16,726 career rushing yards. Cincinnati Bengals' Anthony MUÑOZ. The 3rd pick from the 1980 draft did everything the Bengals asked of him. MUÑOZ is one of the greatest offensive tackles ever, making the Pro Bowl every year from 81 to 91. Cleveland Browns' Jim Brown. The greatest running back ever led the Browns to an NFL championship in 1964, was a 4-time league MVP, and had 12,312 career rushing yards and 106 touchdowns. Dallas Cowboys' Roger Staubach. The 10th-round selection in 1964, Staubach made the Cowboys America's team in the 70s. He guided them to a pair of Super Bowl championships and threw for 22,700 career passing yards. Denver Broncos' Von Miller. The 2nd pick from the 2011 draft could end up as the best pass rusher ever. He easily hits double-digit sacks each season and single-handedly destroyed Tom Brady and Cam Newton in the 2015 playoffs, leading the Broncos to their 3rd Super Bowl in franchise history. Detroit Lions' Barry Sanders. The greatest Lion ever was a 10-time Pro Bowler, 1997 NFL MVP, and led the NFL in rushing 4 times. Sanders finished with 15,269 career rushing yards. Green Bay Packers' Aaron Rodgers. Plenty of legends have worn the green and yellow, but Rodgers is already making a case as the best quarterback ever. Taken with the 24th pick in 2005, he's guided the Packers to a Super Bowl and already has 2 NFL MVPs. Houston Texans' J.J. Watt. With all due respect to Andre Johnson, there is nobody who has dominated an entire game defensively like Watt in decades. He basically gets a sack per game, pretty darn good. Indianapolis Colts' Peyton Manning. The top pick of 1998, Manning turned around a historically struggling team and turned them into a powerhouse, leading the Colts to a Super Bowl 41 championship and winning 4 MVPs with the team. Jacksonville Jaguars' Maurice Jones-Drew. A 3-time Pro Bowler, the star running back finished with 8,167 career rushing yards, despite playing on a porous team most of his career. Kansas City Chiefs' Derrick Thomas. Thomas was taken with the 4th overall pick in 1989. Named to the 90s All-Decade team, Thomas reached 9 Pro Bowls and registered 126.5 career sacks. Los Angeles/St. Louis Rams' Deacon Jones. The 1961 14th-round pick was an 8-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, going down as one of the best defensive ends to ever live. Miami Dolphins' Dan Marino. He wasn't picked until 27th in 1983. Still, Marino won the 1984 NFL MVP, reached 9 Pro Bowls, and tossed 420 career touchdowns and 61,361 passing yards. Minnesota Vikings' Fran Tarkenton. 47,003 yards, 342 touchdowns, and he led the Vikings to 3 Super Bowl appearances, though they lost them all. He transformed the history of the Vikings forever. New England Patriots' Tom Brady. 6th-round draft choice. 2 NFL MVPs, a ton of records, and 4 Super Bowl titles. Easy choice. New Orleans Saints' Ricky Jackson. Drafted 51st overall in 1981, Jackson reached 6 Pro Bowls with the Saints and is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He won 2 Super Bowls with the 49ers. New York Giants' Frank Gifford. The versatile runner/running back led the G-Men to a 1956 NFL championship and won the league MVP the same year. He had 3,609 rushing yards and 5,434 receiving yards for his career. New York Jets' Joe Namath. Famous for its guarantee of a Jets Super Bowl III victory over the major favorites Colts that turned out true, Broadway Joe also threw for 27,663 career passing yards. Oakland Raiders Marcus Allen. Selected 10th overall in 1982, Allen won a Super Bowl XVIII with the franchise and was named MVP of that game. He finished with 12,243 rushing yards. Philadelphia Eagles Chuck Bednarik. The first pick from 1949 led a stout Eagles defense that won the NFL championship in 1949 and 1960. Pittsburgh Steelers Terry Bradshaw. The first pick from 1971 4 Super Bowls with the Steelers, was a two-time Super Bowl MVP and won the league MVP in 1978. One of the greatest ever. San Diego Chargers Junior Seau. The fifth pick from 1990 was one of the greatest linebackers ever, playing in 12 Pro Bowls, was the 1992 Defensive Player of the Year and is in Canton. San Francisco 49ers Joe Montana. Joe Cool wasn't selected until 82nd in 1979. All he did was lead the 49ers to 4 Super Bowl championships, simply the best quarterback to ever live. Seattle Seahawks Russell Wilson. Hard to deny his importance to the franchise. He turned them into a juggernaut and led them to a Super Bowl 48 championship. No doubt more on the way. Tampa Bay Buccaneers Rondé Barber. The 66th pick of 1997 is one of the best corners ever, leading a legendary Bucs defense that won Super Bowl 37. Barber racked up 47 career interceptions. Tennessee Titans Earl Campbell. Selected first overall in 1978 when the team played in Houston, Campbell won 3 league MVPs and led the NFL in rushing for 3 years. He had 9,407 career rushing yards. Washington Redskins Darrell Green. The 28th pick from 1983 won 2 Super Bowls with the franchise, as the star corner reached 7 Pro Bowls and had 54 career interceptions. Do you think we picked the wrong choice for your team? Join us in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.